Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. So for today's video, I've been spending a lot of time with my plants lately because there's so much to do. This is one thing spring does. Everything is growing. There's also a lot of repots happening around, and yeah, I have a lot of plants and therefore I have been working hard, but I am so happy. This is the most rewarding time, I think, because this is when the plants actually show up. They bloom, they show their most beautiful foliage. For today though, we are going to talk about 10 of the most popping plants that definitely understood the assignment for the last month and definitely showed up for us today. So yeah, number one is no other than my Monstera Albo right here, who's been such a gem to grow, definitely. Yeah, my firstborn basically. This is my Monstera Albo right here. This plant lives in here in the living room, and it's right next to a west facing window, so it gets some natural lighting as well as a grow light above. There is a couple of the Soltec that is directly facing it, just like a spotlight, so it's getting a whole lot of lighting for sure, and that's because it's well deserving, as you can see how gorgeous it is. And yeah, I'm very grateful to have this plant in my collection, to be honest. This is one of those plants that started it all for me as well in this crazy hobby. But anyways, I love her so much, and yeah, I didn't get a chance to feature it on my Monstera collection because it was in here in the living room. It's just hard to navigate at that time, and I figured I was gonna feature it somehow anyway, some way, and this is it. So my husband helped me take care of it, which I'm very grateful for also, because yeah, very handy to have a helping hand. Since then it has given a new leaf, so I'm assuming it's very happy and it's recovered from the traumatizing repot. But unfortunately, it's going to be its last moss pole, I believe, and she's gonna get chopped after that. So that's why I want to feature it as much as I can. So the first one in this category is my Monstera Albo. Some of you have requested to see this plant when it's blooming, and it's no other than my Hoya Elephant. It's actually blooming. It's popped today. This is my second bloom from her. So yeah, I'm very excited because as you can see, it's not even fully finished. It's not as spectacular as you can see, but it is fragrant. It's got some it's got a citrus hint to it. I'm only smelling a little bit right now, and some of the blooms actually smell more fragrant at nighttime. So it's like the time that they are trying to attract pollinators, you know, and that's why they have this scent. The blooms are very simple. I don't mind it at all because this plant is serving me well with its foliage alone. As you can see, it's still very nice and vibrant. It still is definitely growing healthy. There is some active peduncle forming as well, and it's actively growing. It's vining in and out, looping around this trellis already. So, but there's also leaf possibility right there. I am so excited. This plant has just been very easy for me. Hoya Elephant, or the AH027. It's a lot of fun to grow. The leaves are huge. I cannot believe it. And so plump. It's like massive succulent kind of, if you're into that kind of plant. Anyways, so we're getting off track. The next one on the list is, this is in no particular order, by the way, because no, I just cannot pick which one goes first. This is the next one, and as you can see, oh my god, it's so lush and beautiful. Oh my goodness, I struggled a little bit. It came to me as a very tricky cutting. It came in rooted in moss, perlite kind of situation, and there was just one leaf, I think. One leaf, but with an active growth. And oh my god, I put it in my cabinet, greenhouse cabinet indoors, and it just didn't stop. It's just started vining, and then when I moved it to pond, it grew even faster than normal. So yeah, it was just loving its life until I think spider mite got into it, because it was in my Alocacia greenhouse cabinet. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Pests like it so much because it's very thin. It's got some thin leaves and definitely are very attractive, you know. It also suffered from my spider mite concoction. I think it's because of the alcohol in it. It's too harsh, so it burnt a lot of its leaves as well. But when I took it all off and I rinsed it off with just plain old water, and I took it out here as like my last measure because it was just looking rough. Brought it in here in this greenhouse during the day. In the morning when it's hot like this, the humidity drops down to like 30, even to like right now it's at 40%. But this plant does not mind it. When all this time I thought it would, like, it prefers high humidity, but that's not it. It actually likes more highlight than humidity. As you can see, the highly variegated foliage are also holding up quite well. I can't even see a crisp at all, even on the older foliage. I guess it's very, very, very happy at the moment. And yeah, I'm very happy for her too, because look at that. It is gorgeous. It's pink and blush. Wow, it is satisfying. Definitely is very wanting to see this one. It's just non-stop growing. There's only one vine here, only one plant, which I'm very nervous about because I tried to propagate this one and it didn't go well. So the next plant I want to showcase in this favorites video is no other than my variegated Genie Galaxy. Oh my goodness, check this out. This plant started as a very little variegated cutting, like one leaf. It was a freebie for my Alocacia black velvet purchase, so it was a surprise free gift. Oh my god, I cannot believe I was able to bring the variegation out so beautifully, like so. This plant rooted in like a week, maybe less, right, in water. And then as soon as I planted it in soil, because my plan was to grow this on our front porch, because I have other begonias that are growing and thriving there. So I figured if I wasn't able to grow this one here, I might have to just grow it on the front porch. So I kept it in soil, and oh my goodness, it's just growing even more fast being in here in the greenhouse. And that's why it's still here, because it is so beautiful right now. I chopped that initial cutting, right? It grew into like a very tall plant. This is the main branch right here. This is the original cutting. As you can see, it's very thick, and there's the cut right there. So I cut it where I saw the most variegation in it, which was very little. Like we're talking like maybe like a tiny freckles, right? But it was enough to trigger the other nodes to pop new growth, and a lot of these nodes popped out some highly variegated ones. As you can see, this side has a lot of nicely variegated cuttings. Oh my god, which I'm planning on taking cuttings from and just make a new pot of like highly variegated pot. Because one thing about begonia that I have learned from my research and experience is that they don't like getting repotted, right? They're very easy to propagate though. Anyhow, this is gorgeous, highly recommended, 100%. So beautiful. Begonia Genie Galaxy, so pretty. So for this next plant, we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna jump into a totally different genus, and that is Alocacia. Oh my goodness, this is my Alocacia Silver Dragon. Check out these colors. Oh my gosh, I have been always obsessed with this plant and the colors that it's bringing me. This is the newest leaf. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And look, it's coming out with another leaf right here. I've been waiting. I wanted to repot this into a new pot because, as you can see, it's algae ridden and it's still in like no drainage vessel. And so every single Alocacia that I have repotted have died almost. Unfortunately, I was able to get their corms, but the mother plant will always die back for me. Apart from this one though, so I want to feature it before I mess around with it, just in case, so that you can see that I can see that at one point in my plant collecting life, I had a beautiful Alocacia Silver Dragon in my collection, and this is it. And I grew this from a pup. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. You know, I am still trying to figure out Alocacia myself. So if you're new into the hobby, I don't really recommend Alocacias right now, you know. But if you do have tips for Alocacias, please do let us know in the comments down below so we can learn from each other. So I can learn from you guys, because man, I need help. I really do when it comes to Alocacia, and that's why I don't have Alocacia collection tour, guys, because I just don't have enough plants to show you, you know. Anyhow, let's move on. Let's move on. The next one on the list is right here, actually. And it is my, oh, this is my, no, it's not Alocacia. This is my Hoya Shangda Silver. Oh my goodness. This is such a beautiful silver plant, and it's also very fast grower and easygoing plant. I cannot believe how easy this one's going for me. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Where's the wood? That's kind of wood. But yeah, oh my gosh, check this out. It's got some new leaves forming again from the top right there after the repot that I did. It's in pawn, and I'm using this as a cover pot. And oh my gosh, I highly recommend this newer silver Hoya. Actually reminds me of Hoya Carrii silver as well, but I'm not very good with my Carrii. Unfortunately, I don't think I have cracked the code on them yet. But if you are struggling with Carrii as well, this is a great option because it definitely looks like Carrii for me, and Dekie even. So it has that heart kind of heart shape leaves right here. Yeah, I highly recommend this one, guys. It's really is such a hardy so far. Yeah, I've had this for 6 months now, I believe. Yeah, and I got this from Cactus and Exotics as well. Oh my goodness. I love these sellers, Brad, and I forgot the name of the other guy. But my goodness, their plants are just top notch. And the prices were also significantly better than usual. Like, if you were to buy it from like a plant shop or like Etsy or something like that, their prices are definitely competitive, right? And I've gotten most of my Hoyas lately from them, and it is for that same reason. The quality of their plants are also magnificent. Like, I don't remember losing a leaf from all the plants I've gotten from them, and I have received many plants from them, and there's more coming on the way. As a matter of fact, that's how much I love this, guys. Cactus and Exotics, I found them from Palm Street. They do have their casual live sale, usually on the weekend. It depends. Follow them on their Instagram. They have, I'm sure they do make their announcements over there, but I highly recommend them as a Hoya seller. Top notch. Anyhow, next, where are we? This next plant has become one of the most priced plant probably in history ever sold. Maybe one. I said one at that time, and I cannot believe that I lived to see it also come down in prices. Now you can probably get this for like 20 bucks. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I got mine as a rehab one leaf wonder. Maybe even 2 leaves, but I think it just became 2 leaves when it was delivered to me. But I purchased it as a tiny rehab 1 leaf, and look at it now. And I got this specimen from Harry, Plant Zeddy Therapy. Oh my goodness, and he actually delivered it right on my door. I cannot believe how beautiful it has grown for me, and I have seen many varieties. By the way, this is Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. I forgot. Mine is somehow skinnier than normal, and also like the structure is firm. Like, as you can see, it's like standing firmly. Unlike, I've seen others that are like droopy kind of, and like bleachy, kind of lighter in color, lighter green in color. This one is on the darker side as well. Darker, skinny, and at the same time, it's got red backs, which is more prominent on the newest leaf. But as you can see, it doesn't just go away instantly, so it stays quite a long time, which I love. Oh my god, you guys need a close-up look of that color, because it's just gorgeous. Look at that. There's neon pink backbone right there. Wow. And those lobes. Oh my goodness. The Easter bunny would be jealous. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It is so gorgeous. Another one that I would highly recommend because it's a great shelf plant as well. Like the internodal spaces, which is the nodes in between each joint right here. As you can see, it's very compact. Given the right lighting, as you can see, this plant likes a good amount of lighting to have all these colors, I think. And oh my god, it's so pretty. What do you guys think? Do you guys still love philodendrons? Because this one is still definitely on my top list of like the most beautiful plants in my collection, because it is stunning. It does not need to be variegated for it to be beautiful. And yeah, but I cannot wait to see a variegated mature Spiritus Sancti though. It's like I would like to see that as well. I don't have to own it, but I would like to see that someday as well. But this is just serving its purpose. So gorgeous. Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. Okay, we have another philodendron on the list because I still love my philodendrons, don't get me wrong, but I have definitely gotten rid of the ones that I am not able to grow anymore because they've gotten too big, too large, too tall, all that stuff. But I have kept the ones that are still, you know, making my hearts flutter. You know what I mean? Anyhow, this is my variegated bipenifolium variegata. This is also known as the horse head or the variegated violin, all kinds of names, but it is the variegated bipenifolium, which has a glossy, sometimes has bluish and silverish hint to the glossy green leaves. Like it depends on the lighting, I think, but I'm seeing like if Philodendron Silver Sword and Florida Beauty has a child, this would be it, you know. So it's got that silver feel, as you can see. I'm seeing that. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it's definitely not like bright green or dark green. It's more like bluish green on that leaves. And this is the only one that is growing well for me on all those climbing variegated philodendrons, you know. I feel like this is definitely more hardy than the Arabescens one, the Pink Princess ones, or the white knight, all that. I think this is a very good option. So beautiful indeed, and it likes bright light as well. And this is sitting next to my Monstera Aurea right there, who is definitely getting a lot of lighting. So yeah, well deserved to be featured. Definitely Philodendron variegated bipenifolium. So pretty. Another plant that was from Harry Plant Zeri Therapy. I got this one as a cutting, just a single leaf sprouted cutting. Yeah. This next one is another Hoya. You know why? That's why I don't include Hoya sometimes in my favorites, because they normally just take over because I have a lot of Hoyas and I cannot not include them, you know what I mean? So yeah, but this time we're we're out of time. It's already the end of the month, so the Hoyas are gonna get mixed in, unfortunately. I mean, or fortunately, to Hoya heads. Here we are. This next one I have definitely featured already, but as you can see, it is well deserving. Look at that blush new growth down there. And oh my gosh, this is already acclimated in a greenhouse. It does not mind the drop in humidity during the day, like right now. Right now it's 41. It's racing. We're on the rise. Hang on, planes. Anyhow, this is Hoya Yingyangyanses variegata, and similar to the growth pattern of the Hoya polyneura, so it likes to hang like that. Here she's a hanger, and so beautiful. The blooms are also, oh my goodness, similar to like in Hoya inflata, I believe, and it's got that big bell shape, kind of big one singular flower. Super duper cool. Like when I bought this plant, I didn't even know how the bloom was, right? But I am so glad I did, because look at how fast it is as well. I got this back in September of last year, September 28th. So we're at 7 months. 7 months growth, and as you can see, that's more than. So I started this with, I believe, 2 nodes, but actively growing, and look, it's already branching out. There are 2 growth points on a different node, so it's gonna get bushy. I almost chopped it because I was afraid to transition it to pond straight up, so my plan was to grow it out a little bit and then chop it into single node and root it out and then transfer it into pond, which is the ideal way to move Hoya sometimes from soil to pond, especially if they're already established to soil. So it's a lot easier to just propagate and root it to water first. So that's the plan for this plant anyhow in the near future, but right now I'm gonna wait on this new branches just to grow out. And oh my god, it is gorgeous. I cannot believe. And it's still in its original substrate, which is based in coir, cocoa coir, and it's got some biochar, perlite, big chunky perlite, and bark. I can see little barks in there as well, which I love. Okay, so we are close to, I think we are at the last, that's right. That's it. We are on our last plant, and I've been waiting to show off, basically, to show you guys a much better situation for this. Another philodendron, but my goodness. I have finally cracked the code on this beautiful variegated Philodendron billier. So this plant is a tissue culture plant, guys. I started this as a teeny tiny plantlet. Tissue culture, if you're familiar with tissue culture, they are very, very tiny, right? And so this plant started like that, and in the cabinet it had no problem growing, but as soon as I moved it in here, it lost a few leaves, hence this half crispy leaf right here, which I'm keeping because there's not many green left in this plant, and it needs all the green to eat, you know, because they're the ones that produces chlorophyll for the plant to eat and be healthy. And so far it's going strong. Its last 2 leaves, as you can see, are heavily variegated, but it seems to have no problem keeping them pristine at the moment. And so yeah, this is fully acclimated in this greenhouse now as well. which I'm very, very happy about because I really would like to see a mature billier in here. And if it's happy in this environment, then that's even better because it means it's got potential to be huge. Oh my God. So it lives right here on the top shelf, basically. And I love the orange hint of color that it does to the petioles, to the stems as well. And that is because of it getting all this sunlight, all this lighting. It's a sun stressing. It's their way of sun stressing. And oh my goodness, that's it. That concludes this month's favorite top 10 plants of the month. I am so happy with this collection. And if you enjoyed this video and if you would like to see more of this kind of video, please do let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video in particular, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell down below so you'll be notified when my future video drops. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!